What if you could wake up on Sunday and not have the heaviness and stress of your Monday that was coming? What if instead Sundays you were actually excited to begin looking at your week, to begin dreaming about where you want to take your week? And as a super successful woman, you're actually living on the path that you feel so aligned with on your corporate level path, or you're in that business and you're creating and crafting something that you feel like is putting something out in the world that's super passionate for you. What would that be like? Anyone? If that sounds good to you, hi, my name is Jen. I'm the founder and owner of Laughing Lotus Wellness, and I am a purpose coach and expert. What I do is work with women who are actually really struggling to reconnect that fire and feel like they know what they're doing, why they're here, and lost that enthusiasm for their business or corporate path. And instead, we are going to get clarity together about how we got here and where you want to go and how we're going to make that happen together and really reconnect that sense of success and purpose. And so I know, as a clinical social worker of over 20 years, that it is so important to begin to release and let go with intention. And this can be a really tough one for us because so many of us feel like we're only succeeding when we're plotting one foot in front of the other, and I had this idea and this is the only one way it's going to work, and or it's going to stay this way, right? So I think that is so important, that we really want to imagine that we can have something be different than where our journey or our minds tell us we're going to go. So we are going to talk about two things that you can do here. Just two. One is let go of something no longer serving you. Let's get real. Intentionally release something not serving you. It can be a volunteer position. It could be a form of working out you don't enjoy anymore. It could be something that you decided a long time ago was going to be super beneficial for you, and you've been going to maybe a community of some sort, and you're just like, hey, this is a great thing. It's just not where I'm at anymore. It's okay to let things go. And so I really want you to spend some time thinking about the things that are no longer supporting your journey. They just really don't feel like they fit anymore. That's number one. Two, recognize that letting go doesn't make you bad or wrong. In fact, Glennon Doyle talks exclusively in one of her podcasts that I highly recommend about quitting on purpose. And I love this idea. She's like, each day she works on quitting something and giving herself permission, because in our culture, particularly as women, we can get really super tied into things have to be this way, and I'm supposed to do these things. And so letting go and flowing into releasing stuff that is just not for us anymore is so crucial. It's not bad, wrong. It's actually kind of like the act of unlearning something. So we stepped into the world, we had this idea, we had this notion, and we want to unlearn that because it does not serve us anymore. And so I just feel like one of my stories is at 17, I had a really traumatic experience in my life happen. And at that moment, I had to grow up really quickly. And I just unraveled not very long ago through my own work that I grew this incredible story about my responsibility and independence because I had to be. And so I've connected this line must be responsible, must do the things, must make the money. So I developed a really unhealthy story and belief just from something that happened when I was 17. And so all of us are carrying this stuff around, my friends. All of us. It just looks a little bit different, right? But all of us are carrying this around. And what I really want you to do is become deeply aware of what things aren't serving you anymore. And that letting go and quitting things is actually an act of self-love and self-care. That it's about transformation, and we're going to move and shift. And it's like the idea that we're going to pick one way, just like Jen did. I was like, oh, I'm just going to do this one private practice for the rest of my life. How dumb. I don't even know what I was thinking, right? I'm going to have one path or one purpose, and it's going to look like one thing. So one, we can have more than one purpose. We kind of have, I think, one big idea about what we're kind of doing here, and that can take 20 forms. And it can shift and transform, right? So we want to release into that idea. It's okay to let go of the things that no longer serve us. And it took me so long to release my practice because it was something I created with other women. I was so passionate about it. I loved it at one point, and it had quit serving me. So it's just a great example and a great story of way, like I've done this too, friends. This is something I have to work on as well. If any of this resonates for you and you're like, Jen, I really think there are some things I need to work on letting go and quitting, and I'm struggling with it, and I'm not sure I'm going on my path to purpose, I would love to invite you to take me up on my free Path to Purpose Reignite Your Fire call. Just instant message me, send me a DM, connect with me, and let me know if you would like to set up a time. It's free, zero obligation. Let's get started talking about where you are, where you want to go, and see if we can't realign some things so you can feel successful and purposeful together all at the same time, because that is a human right. And so, like I said, reach out to me, let me know. I would love to do that. So for now, signing off, this is Jen, supporting you on your path to purpose.